Hi everybody, welcome to Pilates. Shannon Lentz here with Bodylastics and LiveExercise.com. Let's head over to the mats and set everything up. What I want you guys to do today is we're going to start a little bit different. I put the door anchor a little closer to the doorknob, okay? I put the green and the yellow in, so let's go set it up. Guys, girls, wanting to go a little stronger, we're going to do some sitting rowing, seated rowing, facing the door, biceps, like we're doing the reformer work. So the red's going to be tighter. I'm going to hit the yellow and the green, so let's get it going. I got the green double looped already. I'm going to finish up with the yellow. Let's use the handles. Second or third workout of the week with me, you guys. You should be feeling it. Feel your trunk, feel your obliques. My obliques are still sore, so I really got mine good on Monday. All right. Delayed soreness is pretty common. They say like 35 hours, so the next morning you wake up, I think throughout that day I start to get more sore. So by the second morning I wake up, I'm more sore than the first one. If you experience that, it's pretty common. Most of my clients do, as well as me. Okay, let's stand. Toes apart, heels together, a little different than parallel. Okay, I'm laterally rotated. My legs are turned out all the way up at my hip, not just my feet. Okay, I'm squeezing my heels together, and what that does, this is known as Pilates stance. It really reminds me to zip up through my inner thighs. We call that to zipper up the inner thighs. Comes up through the pelvic floor and works my transversus, right? My girdle, my powerhouse, my core. So I'm going to lift up on the toes, squeezing my heels together. Find your center. Eyes forward. Just hold this position. And then lower the heels down. We're going to lift them up, squeezing the heels together. Squeeze inner thighs, abs in, and lower all the way down. Good. Let's incorporate the arms. So when you start to move the body around, it makes this a lot more challenging. Lift the arms up. I don't care what the position of the arms are, but just reach up towards the ceiling, growing taller, like I'm pulling your hands up to the ceiling. I'm above you. And then lower the arms down. Let's do it again. Reach up, lift the arms up to the ceiling, grow taller, really stretch that spine. If it's been a long day, or you just feel tight over the last few days from sitting at the desk, sitting at the computer, this will help elongate your spine back out. Okay, even when you're sitting, you can still scrunch and slouch. One more, lift up, reach towards the ceiling. Notice my shoulders are not up here. Okay, they're all the way down. And lower all the way down. Good. We're going to check back in at the end of class and see if that's improved. If you felt a little wobbly, it's normal. Cross one leg over, genie arms or arms down by the sides to prevent the body from crashing down to the mat. Good. Let's spin around. I want you to face the tower. Door anchor is a little higher than the middle, okay? Between the door, the doorknob and the floor. Put your door anchor in and make sure and lock your door. Handles on. Kind of wiggle back here. All right. Now, do a couple tests, all right? Some of you have done this with me with just the green. Adding the yellow is going to be a little bit tighter, okay? Flex the feet, sit up nice and tall. If this position is hard for you, okay, sitting in an L position with straight legs and a tall spine is not a very easy position to sit in, okay? If your hamstrings are tight or your back's really tight, this is what's going to happen, all right? For those of you that have really tight hamstrings, let's work the posture and just kind of give the hamstrings a little bit of a break. We're going to stretch them out really well before we end today. So just bend the legs because you'll feel the spine being able to stretch up towards the ceiling better. I don't want you guys to sit here because it's going to prevent the back muscles from working as well as I'd like. Okay, so I'm going to stretch mine out. Even though I feel a little tight, I can still sit up nice and tall. On the exhale, I want you to pull the elbows back. And then inhale, bring them forward. Exhale, pull. And try not to lean back like I just kind of did a little bit on that one. Exhale, pull. Exhale, pull. Let's go 6, 5. Think right in between the shoulder blades. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull. And bring it a little bit forward. Now C-curve the spine, you guys. Remember, C-curve, round the back. My eyes are right up my door anchor, not down at my stomach. That's too low. Pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoulders down. 9 and 10. Bring it all the way up. And that for me felt really tight as you can tell from my red cheeks, because those two are pretty tight, and then really stretching them as far as I did really increased the tension. So most of you might not even need the red if you wiggle back far enough. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I wanna do one more round. Sit up tall, don't slouch, shoulders back. Now I'm gonna bring my elbows out to the sides a little bit more as opposed to close to my ribs. So think like a 45-degree angle between here and here, right there, right in between the two. Exhale as you pull. I'm not sticking my chest or my ribs out the front. I'm keeping all of that still, and that's because I'm using my abdominals. 2, 1. Now I'm going to bring it forward, C-curve round and roll it back, and let's pull and pump for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, abs in, 4, 3, 2, and 1, rest. Good, you guys. What I want you to do is come forward. Let's readjust where the door anchor is. I want it to go down a little bit, and I want you to go down about halfway, or maybe a little bit lower than that. Lock it. I'm going to take off the yellow and then sit up nice and tall. And let's go for some of our roll downs. Okay, don't worry about the yellow there. It shouldn't get in the way. Make sure they're even. Okay. So I'm going to roll it down. Don't worry about the mat. If you guys want to change it so it's underneath your head, you can move it. So inhale. Exhale. Bicep curl as you curl the body up. It'll help you come up. C-curve, if you need it 2 on the way down, that's fine as well. And just extend the arms. So inhale. Exhale. It's amazing how much better at the C-curve you are when you have something helping you up, okay? The harder it gets, and when you do this all by yourself, your spine's going to want to straighten out. Maintain that C-curve no matter what. Exhale. Curl it all the way up. Let's do a couple more. C-curve, roll it down. I'm going to just relax my arms and see if I can work the articulation with just my abdominals. And exhale. Roll it up. Good. Now, you can soften the legs a little bit, and that will also help you up. You'll be able to feel the articulation, especially of the low back, better when you bend your legs. Those of you that get stuck, you just bend your legs and pull nice and hard on that band. Okay, it'll help you up. Now, I want to C-curve, hold it here, and just pump a little bit for biceps. We're just going to do 5, then twist. 1, 2, keep that C-curve. 3, scoop. 4, 5, hold it here, and then bring it up nice and tall. Good, let's do it again. C-curve, roll it down. Even though I'm C-curving, see how my shoulders like to lift? Use those mid-back muscles to slide the shoulder blades down the back, you guys. Shoulders away from the ears, super important. 3, 4, 5, hold it here. Twist it, abs in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and come up nice and tall. One more. C-curve, roll it down, abs in. I have a habit of pointing my feet just because of my sports and the stuff I've done in the past. Flexing the feet's actually what these exercises call for, and pulling the pinky toes back too. My feet like to do that, so pull those pinkies back. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scoop as you twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up nice and tall. Good, you guys. Drop these down. What I want you to do is turn around to the other side, face the other direction, okay? You're gonna roll it down. We're gonna use the green to go through the 100. Okay, so now the abs are warm, the spine's warming up. I can feel mine loosening up a little bit. Let's take it down. The green by itself is gonna be lighter than the green and the yellow, okay? So do a couple tests, see where you are. Also too, with the handles, you've got this a little bit longer gap than if you were to make your ankle straps a little bit smaller, so allow for that too. Okay. Watch the tag too of the pants, because sometimes it hurts your tailbone. All right, now curl it up. I'm going to do inhale and exhale. Breathe in, legs here. and exhale. Keep them out all the time, you guys, the whole set if you want to work it more. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and exhale. 5 more. Inhale. Squeeze the legs and exhale. Eyes over the toes. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. Breathe in. Pump those arms and exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Hold and rest. Good job, you guys. Just hug the knees into the chest. Give your back a good stretch. It's okay to do this after every hard ab exercise that we do, because if your back's feeling a little bit tight, you got to stretch it out, okay? So now what I want you to do is take the green and the handles. I'm going to go down a little bit further. Okay, so let's do some arms. I'm going to keep my head down. Those of you that need it tighter, which a lot of you probably do, add the yellow back in. I'm just going to pump it here, because my triceps are pretty sore from my last workout I did, but if you want to kick it up, definitely add the yellow. Some of you might want to keep all of the bands in the door anchors so you can always just go to them quickly, and that reduces the time that you're resting your body by, you know, changing the bands, etc. 2 more. Last one, triceps, press. 2, 3, squeeze. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more, 8, 9, and 10 little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, reverse, and 1, 2, 3, 4, circle 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Awesome. Now, those of you that use the towel on the low back, grab it now. What I want to do is work on the roll-ups a little bit more, because the more you practice these, the better that you get at doing them, and it's a lot harder exercise than one would think. So I'm going to take my towel and put it underneath my low back. If you need to, you guys do it, okay? The other thing that I really want to work on today too is a lot of the rib cage stuff. Okay, I talk about it a little bit. I talked about it a lot in the beginning when we first started working together, that it was always an issue for me. What I want you to always think of is your range of motion is different than mine, okay? Especially when dealing with arms and upper body. So there's an exercise where, and let's do it together. I want you to send your arms back towards the door. Watch out for the door. And then I want you to press your arms down by your sides, okay? So your legs are staying straight. You're not moving anything. What I want you to watch, and I'm going to give you a visual of what I don't want you to feel or see, is as I drop my arms all the way back, see what happens to my back and my ribs. My back arches and my ribs pop. I lost my scoop and my powerhouse is now doing nothing. So I want you to take your arms back to the point where you feel like you're going to lose the ribs and the back's going to arch. And for everybody, it's a little bit different. I see heights, different heights off the mat all day long, and no two people have exactly the same spot that they stop at. So I'm going to go here. Mine's always a little bit higher. Most people can lower theirs down a little bit, but this part of the body is very tight on me, and so it kind of prohibits me from going there. So now this is your starting and stopping position for the roll-up, okay? So make a mental note of where that spot is. Now inhale, lift arms, head, shoulders. Exhale, C-curve, round the back, and bring it forward. Pretend a beach ball is in front of you. Don't let the body relax over the legs. Big beach ball keeps the abs in, because I don't want you to touch your belly on the ball. And then C-curve, roll it down, imprinting one bone at a time, and then ribs stay in, abs stay in. Take those arms back to the spot that we started. Inhale up. Exhale. Reaching forward. Beach ball, round the back, C-curve, drive those shoulder blades down the back. The roll-up has a ton of parts to it, and it's important to dissect it occasionally to make sure that we're on track and we're putting all of the correct pieces together. Inhale and exhale. Roll it up. Reach past to stretch without collapsing, and then C-curve, roll it down. One bone at a time. Let's do one more, you guys. It feels good when you put everything together and you have the towel underneath your back. If you're archy, your spine can connect to each part of the mat or the towel, and then take it all the way down. dropping one bone at a time. Good. Now, I want to progress to more challenging variations with this. We're going to build on what we just did. Very important to look at it that way. Nothing's going to change. The C curve of the spine is going to maintain. The legs are going to stay here. The body's going to articulate. And then we're going to do this with the arms. So the arms go here, okay? It's amazing the difference in how much harder it is when you don't have your arms. So just hug your chest, okay? Not out here. Bring them here. On the inhale, lift head and shoulders. Exhale, round and roll it up. If you get stuck, extend your arms. Take the head to the knees. Even though your arms don't weigh a lot, it almost feels like they do when you do this, and they're helping to pull you up. And everybody feels that. Inhale, exhale, roll it up, head to the knees. C curve, roll it down. One more, you guys. Inhale, lift. Arms stay close to the chest. Exhale, round, roll it up. Head to the knees. C curve, roll it down. One bone at a time, articulating all the way down. Awesome. If you're doing okay and you were able to do those with me, let's kick it up one more notch. Neck pull. Super challenging to do. Hands behind the neck, not the head, okay? This jams the chin into the chest. It's way too much flexion for the neck. Hands are going to hold the neck, okay, so I can look up. I'm going to inhale, exhale, round, roll it up. Head to the knees, hence the reason why we call it neck pull. You're pulling the neck just to stretch it, but that's it, not too far. And then C-curve, roll it back down, one bone at a time. Inhale. The elbows are going to want to do this because it's going to help you up. Your arms always want to reach forward. Exhale, head to the knees, C-curve. And then roll it down. One more, you guys. Keep imprinting as we go. Keep articulating that spine. Don't lose anything that we started with from the beginning. Inhale. C-curve, hold it here. Stack the spine and come up nice and tall. Good. One of the most challenging mat exercises to do correctly without any props. If you had nothing helping you up, if you did that exactly like I did, it's a really hard exercise, so good for you. Now, let's go arms out to the sides. I want to work a little bit rotation. Remember, flexion, extension, a little side bending or lateral flexion, and spinal rotation. Let's hit all four at least one time in every exercise, every workout, okay? Arms out to the sides, squeeze the legs together. It's a 3 exhale twist to the right. Exhale, 1, 2, farther, 3, and center. Getting a little farther each time, trying to get that arm back to the door. 2, 3, and center. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, and center. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, and center. Exhale, 1. One more time. And center. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Now singles. Right, center, left, center, right, left, right, left. One more. Right and left, rest. Good, you guys. Take the bodies forward, stretch out the back, and then stack it up nice and tall. Good work. What I'd like you to do is take the yellow and the green out. I want you to throw in the blue really quick. I'm going to move my door anchor up higher. But before we get to that, I want to do a couple more things. And most of you out there most people need to stretch. Even if you're really flexible, you still need to stretch, especially if you're working your muscles a lot. If you guys are hitting a few of these classes at least a week, you need to stretch out, okay? I always do it at the end of my workouts and my classes, but the really cool thing about Pilates is, which most of you have probably figured out by now if you didn't already know this, a lot of the exercises have the stretches built into them, and that's the beauty of it. Nobody likes to take 5 or 10 minutes at the end of their workout to stretch. I get it. I'm like that too, and I'm pretty flexible, and it feels really good for me to do it. Double loop the blue. Those of you that have been doing a little bit stronger with the legs, add a yellow. Okay. Ankle straps, you guys, click them in. What I want you to do is we're going to go through the ab series, okay? Slide it up. All right, now, what I want you to do is go on the back, okay? We're gonna do it a little differently today. I wanna switch it up. I wanna change the flow and the speed, okay? So we're gonna start slowly, which you guys have done with me probably before, but I'm gonna really separate the tempos. And then it's gonna be real quick, okay? We're gonna do that for every single exercise that we're gonna do, all 5, okay? If you need something underneath your head, go ahead and put a towel underneath. If you experience any pain in your neck where it just gets to be too much, just drop your head down. Just let it rest for a little bit. You don't have to stay up for the whole thing to benefit from this series. So slowly inhale. The first one, pulling the knee towards the shoulder is an awesome stretch for the hip. Pull it in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now quickly. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, one more, and 5. Pull both legs in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Eyes over the toes. One more slow. Inhale. And exhale. Quick. Inhale. 2, 3. 2 more. 4, 5. Right leg up, left leg down. Hold it. Stretch. Keep this really straight. And exhale. I say that every day because it needs to be straight. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Breathe in. And exhale quickly. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Hands underneath the tailbone. Body's up. If your neck hurts here, lower your head. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pull those abs in. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Quickly. Be careful. Inhale. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, you guys. One more. Keep the body up. Inhale. Exhale. Hold the neck, not your head, so you don't yank your chin to your chest. One more slow. These are harder slow. Quickly. Inhale. 2, 3. 2 more. 4, 5. Rest. Hug the knees into the chest and stretch. The reason why, rock up to sit. The reason why we do that is the first set for slow is to work the form. Okay, work the form and then be able to imitate that perfectly when you pick up the pace. It shouldn't change, just the tempo, just the rhythm. The really hard one for me, most of you probably experienced it as well, is the scissoring with the legs, especially if your legs are on the longer side. When they start to go fast, the hips feel like they're shifting all over the place. You want to prevent that, okay? So stomach in, slow is easier. Then we start to go fast, you feel like you're all over the place. So pelvic stability, remember that's where the abs come in. Okay, we did it. Yippee! Love when the 100 in that set is done. Who doesn't? Okay, feet go in. What I want you guys to do is yesterday and earlier in the week we worked single leg, okay? Let's pump them, same thing. 5 slow, 5 fast, okay? Head up if you wish to work more abdominals. Head down on a towel if you want to protect your neck a little bit, and rest it. So 5 slow, 4, 3, abs in, 2, 1, speed it up, but don't lose your form. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, you guys. Parallel, same thing. 5, work the form. Find your in position and your out position and hit it every single time. 2, and 1. Speed it up. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lift and lower. Man, when you guys go fast, you got to feel that burn. It's amazing when you speed up the tempo a little bit with any type of resistance work, anything like that. It's amazing the burn, how much more intense it is and how much quicker it sets in. So that's a really good reason to pick up the pace with some of these as well. Last one. Quick. 1, 2, don't lose this. 3, when you go fast, it's harder. 4 and 5. Good. Burn. Squeeze down and inhale up. Squeeze down and inhale up. Squeeze down and inhale up. squeeze down, and inhale up. Last one, squeeze down and inhale up quickly. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, you guys. One more. Woo! Turn them in. 5, slow. We'll take a break after this, I promise. And 4. I'm trying to keep my toes together, but I'm trying not to overlap them too much, because then one kind of relies on the other one and makes it easier for the one. So I'm trying to keep them nice and even, toes together. This one's funky, I know. It's really good to open up the hip sockets though. Quickly, 5, 3. See how much easier it is to lose that when you go quicker? Let's do one more. Good. Bend them in. It's not the end of the world if you lose your feet a little bit or you lose your heels a little bit, but that lets you know that maybe a deeper scoop is required. And especially when you turn out, you can really squeeze those inner thighs. That one's hard because you've got none of the parts of the legs touching, just the toes. So that one's always harder for me to pick up the pace. You don't have to go fast if you don't like that either. You can just hit 6, 8, or 10 is what I always try to do in all those positions. It's important to hit all those positions, you guys, because remember, like I talked about a while ago, if you walk with your legs turned out a little bit, the position that you would want to do a little bit more work in would be this. So in dance, you know, growing up, I used to stand like this because I was so trained to having my legs turned out. When I started Pilates and more of a physical therapy thing for my body, my teachers had me work in, and then parallel was very easy for me to achieve, and it didn't feel weird. If you're a little bit on the pigeon-toed side, which a lot of people are, they're going to want to work out like this, which is not comfortable for them, and then it'll make them parallel. So pay attention to how you walk and how you stand, which way your feet and your legs want to go, and then apply a little bit of the opposite extra for class. Okay, that's how you do it. That's how you assess and you fix, because everyone's got to pay attention to that. You're going to be a little bit one way or the other. Remember, knock-kneed versus bow-legged. Know which one you are, and then it'll change your leg exercises tremendously if you're doing the right one. One more. Reverse. Doing these a little quicker today, just the width of the mat, not really wide. Don't let your pelvis tip. Work pelvic stability, most important thing, you guys. Let's do 2 more. And 1. Good. 5 slow scissors. The fast ones are going to be hard, just like we did without our feet in the straps on the mat. So now we're working a little bit more pelvic stability, but it's not so much abdominals, it's more legs. 1 more slow. Now quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest. Good. If you put your hands on your pelvis like I did, or on your hip bones, did you feel them move all around, or did they feel pretty still? And if they felt still, then you were doing it right. Okay, moving on. I want to do some standing stuff. I'm going to take the blue out. Okay. What I'd like you guys to do first is take the blue out. I want you to lift the door anchor up to the top. Okay. Make sure, lock the door. And I'm going to put, I'm going to do yellow and, I'll do red. Let's make it easier on ourselves for the setup. Double loop the red. Okay, now, you guys may not love it, but you have to do it. What I want us to do is a little bit of extension, okay? So click this on. I'm using my ankle straps just because I like them a little bit better. We're gonna do some arm work standing up, okay? Now mine are nice and even, perfect. I'm gonna take it down to the mat, okay? And I want all the way down on the stomach. Now, it's really important to use your abdominals when you do extension, you guys, so your low back isn't doing all the work. I can't stress it enough. This spot on the body is going to get super tight if it overworks all the time, and it's going to want to do that because if you don't think abs, your abs aren't going to turn on, okay? That's something that you have to think of every time before you lift. I could say scoop 5,000 times a class, but you have to literally think of it in your mind, transfer that to your abdominals, and make them turn on, okay? So make that mind to muscle connection. Just really, really work through all your workouts so your body is safe, you get the best workout possible. Okay, the first one is I'm going to lift my upper body on the inhale, and exhale, lower. Now, don't use your arms. Inhale. If I were to say let go, the body should look the same. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Squeeze those inner thighs together. You guys squeeze your butt. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now, arms down by the sides, palms facing the mat, legs down. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower down. One more. Abs in. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Push back. Take the glutes to the heels and round the back to stretch it. Remember, extension, flexion, really making the spine go in both positions and feel comfortable there and making the spine more flexible. Now, the next thing I want you to do is extend the arms out in front of you, okay? First thing first, we do this on hands and knees. Let's apply the same thing to this position here. Left arm, right leg, and lower down. Right arm, left leg, and lower. When you guys lift the legs especially, don't let that hip sink into the mat. I'll see if I can do, I'm sure I'm able to do it because this is hard for me to prevent. See how if I lift, you see my glutes sink to one side? My hip bone's really pressing into the mat a lot more than the other one. Sink. See that? Sink. I don't want that, okay? Press the pubic bone and the hip bones evenly into the mat, regardless of what leg's lifting. It's got to feel the same, okay? And that's abdominals. This is a lot harder exercise than it seems. Abs in, scoop, lift. So you're going to probably minimize your lift. Range of motion is not a lot, you guys, if you're doing this right. All of these have always been hard for me to do correctly. It takes a lot of control, takes a lot of focus and concentration. Lift. One more set. Lift. Lift and lower down. Now, you're going to put all that together, lift everything, and this is swimming, okay? I know, everyone's least favorite, but we got to do it. Watch the shoulders, pull them down, abs in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 4, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Done. Arms. Tail goes back to the heels, around the back. Man, after that, we need a stretch. Take it side to side if you want to stretch the sides a little bit and the back. Good job, you guys, if you stayed up. Seems like it doesn't last very long, but 4 sets of 8 or 4 to 5 sets of pumping the arms and legs with that is very challenging if you're pulling in the way that you should. So let's stand it up. Okay, hands. It's amazing. I can be out of breath from something like that. I feel like I ran around the block really fast. Okay. Let's take the arms down by the sides. I want to continue working the balance because it's really good to do occasionally. Let's do a little bit every class because you guys will see and feel a huge improvement. If you lift up on the toes, you might even be able to go back a little farther because it makes you taller, makes it a little easier for the arms. So you choose how far away from the door you want to be. Let's do 5, scoop 4, scoop 3, and 2. Stay there. 1, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. So my balance faltered there, right? Because I was going slow, and then I picked it up to fast. So just changing the tempo made me want to lose my balance. So that in itself was challenging to do. Now, elbows flush against the ribs. Pilates stance, you guys, toes apart, heels together. Let's find it. Keep it. 2, 3, 4, shoulders back, eyes up. 5, if you're looking down, you're going to go down. 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, now stay down there, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. I knew while I was doing it that the mat was harder, but I wanted to see if I could do it. I didn't entirely lose my balance on the mat, so I'm proud of myself. Okay, turn it around. I'm going to do my lean. Some of you may be able to insert the yellow and attach the yellow with the red to kick up for chest, biceps in front of the shoulders. So do it, okay? What I want you to do is lean forward, and we're going to change the angle of the arms. We do a lot of punching. We do a lot of in front of the chest this way. Let's take it down to a little bit lower. So the band is going, to my shoulders, but it doesn't hurt. It's fine. If you want to avoid the band touching the shoulders at all, then you would just have your arms meet in the center closer to your chest, in front of your chest. Press, which I think is a little bit harder because the higher the arms go, the more there's a tendency for the body to do that. It wants to fly backwards, okay? So exhale, press, just like the cables in the gym. 5 more. 4, exhale. 3, exhale. 2, squeeze those inner thighs. Last one, and press. Right arm punches, left arm punches, right arm punches. Don't move your shoulders, you guys. Right arm, left arm. It's going to want to twist. This is harder than it seems. It's harder than doing 2 arms at one time. Last one. Now punch together. 10, 9, 8, 7, punch 6. 5 more. Pull your abs in while you do it. Squeeze your inner thighs. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Gently bring it all the way back. Good. You can take it with which a lot of people you'll see if they're doing the cables in the gym, they are staggering the legs, okay? And the motion is here, right? As opposed to here. So different angles are going to work different parts of the pec, the chest muscles, the shoulders, the front of the arms. Change your angles occasionally as well as your weight and see what it hits because you want to get all different parts, okay? Now, the next thing I want you to do is go back to the ankle straps or the handles. Now, same thing applies with the legs. Staggering is going to be easier with this. Legs together like so, leaning forward is going to be a lot harder, and here's why. The exercise is working a lot of all underneath here, okay, and abs, is leaning forward, pressing down, and lifting up, okay? This is a lot of abs. If you don't scoop your abs, you're going to do one of 2 things, probably both. You're going to lose your balance and come back this way towards the door, okay, a lot faster than that. Or you're going to feel it a little bit in your back because you're going to be compressing your low back. So very important to scoop. If you stagger the legs, it's not as important to keep the scoop because your back leg's going to really work for you and help you balance. But if you want to kick it up, squeeze the legs together, leaning forward. You don't need to go below the shoulders, you guys. Coming up higher is much more important for the exercise, the arms, the balancing part, than going down really low. The band isn't even touching my arms. 5, scoop those abs. 4, exhale, push. 3, 2, 1, press, and bring it all the way in. Good. Important to do that stretch I always talk about in the kitchen, okay, at the office, at your home office, whatever it is. Put your hands on your desk, your countertop, whatever's kind of level with your stomach, with your pelvis, and do that stretch because that's going to stretch all of this out. So you can do it now if you've got it somewhere near you, and let underneath here stretch because that's what we were working. You probably don't have this pull like I have here, so find just a flat surface, even on the bed. If the bed isn't a platform bed and if it's not really low, it'll be a perfect height for you to use. And just let the chest drop towards the ground while you stretch. It's amazing. For those of you that have history playing sports, doesn't even matter the sport. Swimming and diving is what I did. Any type of stuff, a lot of baseball, a lot of football, anything like that. It's amazing how tight the muscles underneath the armpits, running down the sides, the lats, the mid-lats, all of that stuff just gets so tight. So I find myself feeling like I don't even make like one smidge of progress, but I do that all the time anyway. Okay, so it's a good stretch to be able to do. Now, I want you to take these off and take the door anchor out. What I'd like you guys to do next is take the door anchor out. Just drop everything down next to your mat, okay? I want you to lay down on your side, and I want to work some obliques, and there's a bunch of different ways we can do this, okay? I found that I can give variations, but it's whether the person chooses the right one that makes or breaks the exercise. So if you're more beginner, meaning you haven't really done Pilates for a long time, and some of these exercises stability-wise are hard for you, they should be anyway for everybody, take your head all the way down like I am, okay? Those of you that have done this for a while and feel pretty confident with your pelvic stability and you've got the muscle groups sore that I always talk about, et cetera, come up to the elbow, okay? So legs are gonna come to the front edge of the mat. And make sure your elbow is directly below, underneath your armpit. If you're out here, it's a little too much on your shoulder, okay? So don't be afraid to bring it back underneath like this. If your shoulder starts to ache while you're on it, it means it's working. Mine do that all the time because that's the spot on my body that isn't, I feel like at the level of the strength as the rest of my body, and that's just from my previous sports and stuff like that. So more advanced, let's put the hand behind the head. It's going to make it harder when you don't have your hand down. Now we're ready to go. If I put my hand underneath your left ribs and I lifted you up as high as I could get you, you need to stay there the whole time. That's the hard part. Lift, pulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Circle, 1, 2, 3, 4. Circle, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reverse, 10, 9, 8. Don't move anything in the torso. 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick forward. 1, 2. Point back for one long, slow one. So it's press, press. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale. One more, you guys. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Continue the motion. Bicycle the legs. Bring it around. Don't move that torso. The chest is going to want to pitch forward here. Don't let it move. 2 more. 1 more. Bring it forward. Stretch it. Hold it. Now reverse. Bend it through. Extend to the back. Put that hand back behind the head if it was there before. And back. Don't move your chest. So easy to do. You might not even feel it happening. So really pay attention to the torso during this. Last one. Bring it all the way down. Good, you guys. Let's go down on the side. Now the body needs to be perfectly straight, meaning there is no longer a pike at the hip, okay? That's how I had you guys set up with the first few exercises we did. 45-degree angle is a safe angle, pretty standard. Now the body's in a nice straight line. First exercise, lift the legs, hold them, and lower down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Squeeze inner thighs. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Lift the bottom leg. Don't move the top. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Little scissors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fast 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower down. Okay, good. Come back to the elbow if you were there before. Stay down if you're staying down there for the beginning part of it. My right leg's going to cross over my left. It feels awesome because I'm already giving myself a good glute stretch when I do this. Hook the hand around the ankle, turn the left leg out, and lift up, pulse. 1, 2, 3. This is for the left inner thigh. 7, 8, 9, 10. Higher. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold and lower all the way down. Good job, you guys. Let's take it over to the other side. So what I want you to do is get set up in the same position that you were for the left side that was down. Now we got the right side down. So if you are all the way down on the mat, which is a completely fine position to be in for the neck is resting, not working, which is good. Right elbow is directly underneath the right armpit. Right ribs, most importantly, get them off the mat. If you're sinking in here, see how I'm sinking into my shoulder socket? That's going to ache in a bad way. This means it's working. The muscles are working right, okay? Make yourself light. Don't sink all your body weight into your shoulder socket. That's not very nice to do. Here we go. Left leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circle 1, 2, 3, 4. Circle 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Send it back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pulse forward 2 times. 1, 2. Send a 1 long pulse back. Okay? So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, 1, 2, send it back, and 1, 2, send it back. Trying to keep your ankle from clicking like mine does, and send it back. Impossible. Bring it forward, forward, press it back. Bicycle, okay, so bend it through, extend to the front. Keep the leg moving, you guys. What's happening with this series is these exercises, they're getting bigger with the motion to challenge the torso to move. Don't let it move, okay? That's the goal. Keep it still. Reverse, bend. The leg movements get larger, wider range of motion to throw the torso off to make it move, but you're not gonna let it move because you're pulling those abs in. Last one, send it all the way around, stretch it, hold it, and bring it all the way in. Awesome, you guys. Let's take it all the way down. Body's in a straight line. No more piking at the hip. Okay, legs are long and squeeze them together for 10 and lower, 9, lower, 8, 7, squeeze inner thighs, zip them up, 6, 5, 4, almost there, 3 more, 3, 2, last one, stay up, bottom leg comes up and down, 1, 2, 3, 4, click 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, scissors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome, you guys. Pop back up onto that right elbow if you were there in the beginning. Left leg is going to plant firmly in front of the right, okay? Turn the right leg out. Pulse and lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for the right inner thigh. 8, 9, a little higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and done. Awesome. A lot of work for obliques and legs and glutes and all that stuff. It's a very important series to do. Try to hit it at least once a week. It's good for you. Stack your knees. Here's a great way to stretch the whole torso, the glute, the leg, and you can totally relax the head down. It feels awesome. I do this one every day. Twist the body. Let the head follow the hand. Try not see my knees. Now they're not stacked. Keep them stacked. You can't twist as far, but that's going to kick up the stretch, and you want to keep those legs stacked and twist, twist, twist. If it ever hurts your lower back, you've gone too far. It's just a deep stretch. Definitely feel a few pulls in the back, but in a good way. And then let's take it over to the other side so we can do the other direction. Stack those legs, okay? The top leg is going to want to slide back because the hip is kind of falling back this way. See how if you don't keep the hip stacked, then yeah, the top knee is gonna go. But keep them stacked, you guys. It's a much better stretch. And also too, through the chest, the front of the shoulders, the biceps, you feel it pretty much everywhere. It's an awesome stretch. Hopefully through that series, you felt your obliques, okay, the sides of your trunk, your abdominals. Legs and glutes, icing on the cake. I want you to feel your trunk working the most. I can't stress that enough. That series is super important, but you have to be focusing and working the right muscle groups to really benefit from it. Okay, now what I'd like you guys to do is take the blue, attach both ends to the ankle strap. Let's do a little bit of push-ups and good stuff like that, some plank work. We're gonna head to the blue or the red, whichever one you've got on hand and you want to use for stretching. It doesn't really matter. We're going to go on the elbows and the toes if you feel comfortable in that position for the plank. Those of you that want to kick it up, okay, we're going to rock it back and forth. You guys have done this with me before. And then a slight side to side, real small, okay? 10 and 10, hold, come down. Those of you that just want to practice holding the plank, find your perfect plank, okay, and hold it while you breathe. It's not as easy as it seems. Okay, elbows down, shove those heels back. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, abs in. 5, if you let your hips sag towards the mat, you're gonna hurt the back. 4, 3, 2, 1, side to side, 1, 2, this is for the obliques, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold, 1 knee down, second knee down, take it back and stretch. The sky's the limit, you guys, with variations you can do in the plank position. We did our twisting one before. We do the up and down, back and forth, side to side, lift one leg up, lift the other leg up. There's a million different variations you can do. Master the plank by itself first with inhaling through the nose, exhaling through out of the mouth. Now, if I were to look at your side, okay, and say you tucked your shirt in, right? You're not letting your shirt hang out towards the mat. If you tuck your shirt in and I was going to look at your side, I shouldn't see your belly going in and out. Inhale, if I see the belly go towards the mat, exhale, pull it in. You're not maintaining that scoop the whole time, okay? So remember, lateral breathing in and out of the ribs. This should never move. Practice it in the car. I'm telling you, it really, really works. Hand here, abs in. Now, inhale, exhale. Hand never moved. I feel my ribs expanding and then coming out because my lungs are expanding. So I feel my ribs moving in and out. Has nothing to do with the belly, okay? Practice that as much as you can, you guys, because you're working your abs and you're going to master all of that engagement with the breathing while you scoop the more you practice. Now, let's go on the toes. Open the legs and hold it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Eyes are looking about at 6 inches in front of those hands. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Hold it. Knees down. Take the butt back. Just holding the plank position, I feel, is hard enough. It's just if you get a little bored and you want to switch up the variations, then you can go into all the fun stuff. But it's plenty hard if you're doing the plank right, maintaining that position where you need to be perfectly parallel to the ground, not hip sagging and not butt up to the ceiling, perfectly level and flat, and inhaling and exhaling with those abs in, okay? Right leg up to the ceiling. We got to stretch those legs. Left leg straight, unless this is like way out here, okay? Bend it, bring it forward a little bit, keep it straight. If you're really tight, I would bend the left leg. Those of you that feel okay with it, extend the left leg on the mat. Flex and point that foot a little bit. Take the right leg out to the side and stretch the inner thigh. Left hip is stretching on me too because it's tight. I feel the pull there, which most of you probably don't. Most of you probably just feel the right inner thigh, even towards the knee. I definitely feel it wrapping behind my knee a little bit too. Take it over the body just a little bit. Right back hip, right glute is down. You don't need to twist so far that you take your whole right side up off the mat. It's too far. Suckle the foot to get out here. Oh my, ouch. And lift it up, pull, 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 and switch. Left leg up. Those of you that go for a walk or a run, if you like to do that type of cardio, and then hit the Pilates class after that, that would probably be the order I would choose because we do a lot of good stretching at the end, especially for the hips and the legs. You have to stretch them. Be nice to your joints and they'll be nice to you later. Take it out to the left, stretching the left inner thigh. Right top of the hip may feel a pull if you kind of felt it on the other side. My side's, I'm pretty one-sided with this, so I just feel left inner thigh. Take it over the body. Same thing. Left back of the hip, left glute is still on the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring it center. Pull, pull, pull. Slide it off. Put it down. Rock up to sit and stand. I said we'd hit a little bit of the balancing. Let's do it. Okay. Toes apart, heels together. Be careful when you get up quickly so you don't see stars. It's like when you get a massage and they say get up slowly, then that's what you should do. I popped up a little fast and I felt a little woo-hoo, but now I'm good. Okay, toes apart, heels together. What I want you to do, squeeze your heels together, find your center, okay? Pick something on the wall with your eyes that isn't gonna move. Lift up on the toes. Let's reach the arms up to the ceiling. hold, 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 and lower down. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach up. Reach to the ceiling. I'm above you, and I'm pulling your arms up towards me to the ceiling. And exhale, lower. Last one. Don't go crashing down on those heels. Lower those heels with control. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. Man, that feels better. Arms up to the ceiling. Drop the arms, drop the chin into the chest. Take it down, you guys, like we always end. This is the best way to put the spine into the correct position for the rest of the day or the rest of the week. Squeeze the legs. Bend and stretch. Abs in. Squeeze inner thighs. Round the back. Stack the spine up. I'm using my abdominals to put my spine back together, one bone on top of the other. And you should feel the most centered, the tallest, and the strongest right now. This is how you want to live your life every week, every day. Good job, you guys. I'm proud of you for doing these workouts with me. I know they're hard. I feel them too, but you got to do it for you. Shannon Lentz with Bodylastics and LiveExercise.com. I'll see you next week.